Every inside door in America seems to have this kind of lock. It's pretty simple. You take this little crazy key, they call it an emergency key, and you just put it in there and turn it. The only problem with these keys, if you're anything like us, you lose them all the time. And we had gone through a pack of 10, a pack of 20, I don't remember how much, $5 for 20, something like that. But when we went to go and buy them again, they were like 5 for $10, or 5 for $16, or 10 for $25. Absolutely ridiculous. And so we're not going to buy those. I don't want to pay that price, do you? We're going to make some of our own, either using screwdrivers you probably already have on hand, or a coat hanger, and a bad one at that. Let's go to a top-down shot and I'll get you in on all the details. There's two different ways to attack this challenge. You can either get some small screwdrivers. You can go to the dollar store and get a bunch of these. That's a dollar store, this is a dollar store. They come, a whole set of Phillips and flatheads. You want the flatheads to open the door. Even multi-tools have a small screwdriver in them. Or you can go the absolute cheat route, which is a coat hanger and a couple tools. So let's start with the screwdriver version. Here's the profile. It's just basically a coat hanger. You can see the thickness of the metal. Slightly thicker, maybe. And then they just bend it around and put it in a machine and poof, just punch it flat. Anything that's got a narrow profile, nice flat edge, will work. You've got these guys here. They're about the thickness of the metal. Now this one here actually had a little bit more flare on the sides. So I just took a file and kind of filed down the edges until it got to a comparable profile, and then sanded it down just a bit to smooth it out, and it works great. And it's even better than this guy because it's got a nice smooth handle that you can twist one way or the other. So you just go in there, you find the notch. Where's the notch? There you go. And then you can just open and close that all day long. Now I actually tried paper clips, but it didn't seem to work too well. So I came up with this second option. I'll post down below where you can get a set of 10 or more screwdrivers at a reasonable price that are much cheaper than you can get these ridiculous unitaskers with. Let me just lay out the perimeter here. Give you a sense of how many of these guys you can make. 6. 2 sets of pliers. It's important to have a set of pliers. One that can actually cut the coat hanger. I use a file and a sander, and then a hammer to kind of flatten the edge out a little bit there. And you can see this is my first one that I did when I was a teenager. My parents kept these away from us, probably because they were smart. We made our own, very much the way I'm showing you now. Probably with this exact hammer. You need something metal that you can kind of pound this guy against, and I'll show that to you a little bit later in the video. First thing you're going to do is take this coat hanger after you take the bottom off, and look at that. It's no good anyway. I'll post up there and down below where you can see this soft pliers build that I did. The reason why I'm using soft pliers is because if you use something that has a strong grip on it, it has a tendency to leave little marks, and then you have to sand them out or they just annoy you. All right, let's try this here. Oh yeah, this will work. That's much better. Not, well, little better. You do the handle first before you do the flattening, otherwise you're going to have tendency to maybe do it a little crooked and then you have to straighten it out. You want the flatness of the handle to be in line with the blade of the pick or the security key or whatever you want to call it. Security key seems less aggressive, I guess. I'm going to straighten this all out here. Give it a look. Just figure out how long you want to make this. These are 3-inch blocks. And this guy is about 2.5 to the bottom here. And just boom. That's how quick it is. So I cut out all sorts of different sizes out of that hanger on both sides. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I could probably get 2 more out of this hook if I really wanted to. These are actually puny for a reason because I wanted to see how short I could make it. They range in length from 1.5 inches, another inch or so, making the little turn at the end. Totally up to you what you want to do. But the original one, just to verify, is 2.5 inches, but it's probably got another inch or so in the bend right there. So let's take it to the next step, which is flattening the ends and kind of getting it all so it's nice and aligned. Ideally, you got some sort of vise here that you can go to and then just flatten it out, and then you can hold on to it here. Do one side, pound on it for a little while, and you'll get a nice flat edge, just like a screwdriver. That one's a little curled, so I'll just tap it like that, straighten it out. Now you can see this one's got a little edge here. I'm just going to take a file and run it as straight as I can, like that, and see that just straightens it right out. And then just take a sanding sponge and smooth off any burrs or flaky coating that happens to be on. When I went to edit this video, I came up with a couple of other thoughts I wanted to add. You don't need to use coat hangers. You can also use gauge 10, gauge 9 wire from a bucket handle. Hammered that out. And this would be another one that goes on a keychain compared to this one on the keychain. So this guy here is around 45, 46 millimeters or 1.75 inches. This guy is a little smaller than that, but after using this for a bit, and it works really good actually, but I wanted to provide some options, so that's probably the optimal design for a keychain door opener. And this also would work as a great screwdriver, by the way. A little thicker metal, a little tougher. If for some reason you didn't have a hard anvil or something to hit it on, you could use just some really strong steel. This is a machete I got for about $4 or $5. I'll post it down below where you can get one. I turned this into a prop for my Michael Myers costume, and then just took the edge off. It would be the perfect surface if you clamp it down to just pound on this guy and flatten that out. Make sure that what's underneath is strong and can take a little bit of abuse of hammering away, trying to flatten the metal out. Whether it's this or this. This is a little softer metal than this. Finished them all up, hammered them out, sanded them down. I did find this smaller file helpful, trying to flatten out the end, make it nice and straight across. I'll post below if you're interested in the Michael Myers costume and in my realistic prop knives. And with any maker project, one of the most important things you can do is wear safety glasses. I did a whole safety glasses review that I'll post up there. $4 to save your vision, definitely worth the price. Thumbs up and comments always appreciated. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in home repairs, how to make things for the home, picking locks, designs of all kinds, making and breaking things. I even do costumes, cosplay, and props. Check out my channel and please subscribe, because you never know what solutions you might see.